Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So connecting with the previous lecture, the today topic is random variable. So in this lecture, I will discuss different random variable, just like discrete random variable, just like continuous random variable, and how we will link random variable with the probability. So we already discussed different example in probability. For example, how you will, for example, if you choose randomly a student from a class, if you choose randomly a ball from a specific box, so what will be the probability? So I will explore the meaning of random variable, how we will interpret the random variable in probabilistic model, what is the definition of a random variable. So if I define a random variable, so a variable is an alphabetical. First of all, you need to know what is a variable. Variable is an alphabetical character that represent an unknown number. For example, if we throw a coin, so we know that the sample space will be head or tail. When we throw a coin, it will be a head or tail. So let's suppose x, as I define random a variable, that a variable is an alphabetical character that represent an unknown number. So let x represent the number of head when you throw a coin. So we know there will be only one head, or there will be no head. When there is no head, then definitely it will be a tail. So x will be equal to, for example, if we throw a coin, then sample space will be head or tail. If x is a random variable which represent head, then x will be equal to 0 or 1. 0 mean when it is tail, 1 mean when it is head. So at this way we will define random variable. A random variable is a real valued function for which the domain is a sample space. For which the domain is a sample space. Another definition of a random variable: x maps each outcome S in sample space S to a real number xs, or a random variable is a variable which takes on a value based on the outcome of a random phenomenon or experiment. We usually denote random variable by capital. So I already discussed a simple example. When it map, when the variable map each outcome S in sample space. So this is my sample space and X is my head variable. So mean now this 0 and 1 map this with each element of the sample space. There is another definition of random variable. A random variable is a numerical function defined on a sample space S where probabilities have been assigned to events. So for example, what will be the probability if x represent the number of head, so means 0 or 1. So what will be the probability of x? What will be the probability of 0? 1 by 2, because when it is not head, it will be a tail. If it is not head, so the tail probability is 1 by 2. Okay, if it is not tail, it will be a head. What will be the probability of a head? 1 by 2. So a random variable is a numerical function defined on sample space S where probabilities have been assigned to event. So there is another example. For example, if we throw a die, okay, if we throw a die, so it will be a 1, it will be a 2, it will be a 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we can also generate probabilities. What will be the probability of getting a 1? It will be 1 by 6. What will be the probability of getting a 2? It will be 1 by 6. Similarly, we can extract probabilities for these random variables. Example, there is another example: toss two fair coins. So mean when you toss one coin, what will be the sample space? What will be the sample space? If one coin, sample space will be head or tail. If two coins, then we know that on one coin the possible outcome will be 2, head or tail. When it is 2, then it will be 4, and the sample space will be head tail, tail head, tail tail, or head head. So this will be our sample space. Now they already define a random variable. So I mean I already define a variable as an alphabetical character that represent an unknown number. But they already mention this unknown number. Let x be the number of heads on the two tosses. When you toss two coin, what will be the random variable? Let x be the number of head on the two tosses. Then x is a random variable. Its possible values are 0, 1, 2. So how? Because x is 0, 1, 2. So how you will interpret this? How you will interpret this? When it is 0, when it is 0, it's mean there is no head, all are tail. Okay? When there is only one head, it's mean head on the one and tail on the second one, or tail on the first and head on the second. When there are two heads, so there is only one chance, this. If you want to construct the probabilities, so what will be the probability? So 1 by 4, 2 by 4 and 1 by 4. Okay, the total probability is always equal to 1. So 1 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 4. So 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. So there is another example. The sample space associated with the experiment of tossing 3 fair coins. So we already discussed 2 fair coin. When you, because on one coin it will be a head or tail, but when it is 3, so 2 for one possible outcome, 2 for second kind possible outcome, and 2 for the third possible outcomes for the third kind. It will be 8. So how we will write this? Maybe on the first kind it is head, maybe on the second kind it is head, maybe on the third kind it is head. Similarly, maybe on the first two kind is head, on the third is tail. Maybe on the first is head, tail, head, tail, head, head. So mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will get 8 possible outcomes, and at this way we will construct our sample space. Suppose that we are only interested in the probability with which different number of head can be obtained. Thus define the function. So let's suppose we already define a random variable z. Z is our random variable and it represents number of heads. So number of heads. There, what you will write for this? Because in this sample space, if the number appear all the coins are tail, 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 tail. So in this case we will write 0 if TT occurs. 1. So for this we have 3 different chances. Maybe on the first one is head and on the other two tail, tail. Maybe on the first is tail, maybe on the second is head, maybe on the third is tail. Maybe on the first two tail, tail, and on the third it is head. Similarly for this one, this show that when two head appear on two coins, so we not know that the first two head will be appear, maybe the first one head, maybe at the end head, maybe the first one is tail and the rest two represent head. Or there is a chance that all the three coins show that the number or the shape appear on all the three coins are head. So this is our random variable. We generate a random variable. If you want to construct probabilities for this, so you need to write z 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so probability, if you want to construct a probability, so how? Because how many possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The total number are 8. What is the chance that there will be no head? So there is only one chance. If all the number appear on the coin are tail. So we will write for this 1 by 8. Okay, for 1 when there is only one head appear, 1, 2, 3. So for this, for 1 we will write 3 by 8. Okay, for 2 when there are two heads appear. So this one or this one or this one. Still we have 3. So 3 by 8. And for this one there is only one possibility that all will be head. So it will be 1 by 8. When you sum it, it will be equal to 1. Okay, so there are two types of random variable. One is discrete and the other is continuous. So I mean Normally we work in discrete or in continuous phenomenon. So mean later on in the later stages we will discuss different distribution, probability distribution for discrete random phenomenon and for continuous random phenomenon. So first of all you need to know what is discrete random variable. One whose possible values are finite or countably infinite, like the number 1, 2, 3, like student in a class 1, 2, 3, like chairs in a class 1, 2, 3, like light bulbs in a class 1, 2, 3. A random variable is discrete if it takes account a number, and we denote with x1, x2, x3 alphabetically. We denote this. A special case is a random variable that takes only a finite number of values, such as random variable is called simple. Sometimes it will also take infinite number. For example, star in the sky. Okay, so you can count stars, but it's an infinite phenomenon. You wouldn't be able to count all the stars. There is a simple example. Toss two fair coins, let x be the number of head on the two tosses, then x is a random variable. Its possible values are 0, 1, 2. So I already solved this. Since there are only a finite, so mean I just mentioned this example because I already solved it, but mean you need to understand that this is a finite random variable because there is only 0, 1, 2 elements in this. If it is 0, 1, 2, 3 and to infinity, then it will be considered as a infinite number. So in this case, x is said to be a discrete random variable. Continuous random variable. A random variable x is defined to be continuous if it can assume every possible value in an interval. So mean in an interval it will take values in an interval. For example, lower bound is 1 and upper bound is 2. So lower bound will be less than upper bound. A is lower bound and B is the upper bound. Where A and B may be minus infinity and plus infinity, we not know when it will start and when it will be finished. The height of a person is an example, the temperature at a place, the amount of rainfall, time to failure for an electric system. For example, we not know when this system will, this computer will stop working. So I mean all these are continuous phenomenon. When a person will go to die, we not know. So this is a continuous phenomenon. Your height, this is a continuous phenomenon. Temperature of a specific place is a continuous phenomenon. So these are example of continuous random variable. Example, pick a person at random and let white be the person height in inches. Since in theory the height could be any real number up to 80 inches or so. So y is said to be a continuous random variable. Now I already discussed the definition and I already mentioned different example of a random variable, how you will construct random variable, how you will construct probability of a random variable. So in order to further interpret the meaning of random variable in the probability theory, we will start discussing some probability distribution for discrete random variable. When we finish this, then we will start continuous probability distribution for continuous random variable. So the set of order pairs x, f of x is a probability function, probability mass function, probability distribution. So this is called probability mass function or probability distribution. So you not need to be confused with these two words. Sometimes it is called probability function, probability mass function, or probability distribution of the discrete random variable if for each possible outcome x. So for example, if you throw a coin, if you throw a die, so what will be the sample space? If you throw a die, sample space will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what will be the probability of getting, for example, if you want to calculate each element probability. So probability of 1, if you throw a die, and what will be the probability of 1? It will be 1 by 6. Probability of 2, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6 and 1 by 6. So I mean this is a random variable. These are the random variable in a sample space and these are their respective probability. So you need to fulfill, you need to check for a probability function that all these laws fulfill. So this shows the probability. So we know that probability is equal to 0, it is greater than 1. And we also know that the sum of all probability is equal to 1. So how it will be equal to 1? 1 by 6 plus 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 1 by 6 is equal to 1. And all these probabilities are greater than 0, greater than 0. All these probabilities are greater than 0. And probability of x is equal to 2 will be equal to, so x is equal to 2 will be 1 by 6. Okay, so with this way we can interpret probability distribution function. So a shipment of 8 similar computers to a retail outlet contain 3 that are defective. If a school make a random purchase of 2 of these computers, find the probability distribution for the number of defective. So first of all, how many effective? Defective 3. Effective are 5 and total computer are 8. So mean they want to buy 2 computer. So now they will randomly choose. They not know which one is effective and which one is defective. So maybe both one are defective, or maybe they pick one defective and choose one defective effective, maybe, or they will choose both effective. So all these are chances. So if a school make a random purchase of 2 of these computers, find the probability distribution. So let x is a random variable which represent the purchased computer. So in this case, x will be 0, 1, 2. What does it mean? X represent the number of, find the distribution, the number of defective. X represent defective basically. Defective computer. So there is a chance that there will be no defective. So in that case, it's mean that both computer are effective, both one are working. Which will be this one? Which will be this case? Okay, if it is 1, it's mean there is only one defective. So this is the case of this one. When one is defective, then definitely another one will be effective. The two, both one will be defective. So this will be this case. Okay, if you want to construct probabilities for this, so we can easily calculate the probability 0. So this is the case. This is the case. That means 0 are defective. So how you will calculate the probability? You can easily calculate the probability. Okay. Similarly for this one, you can easily calculate the probability. Okay. Now the cumulative distribution function. The cumulative distribution function show basically is a function for random variable which we denote with fx, which we define like f of x is equal to p probability of capital X less than or equal to x. Now this capital X represent the specific random variable and this small x represent element in sample space. So the function f of x gives the probability of the event that x take a value less than or equal to a specific value x. F of x is a non-decreasing function. So I will show you why f of x is not a decreasing function. So I mean it will be behaving like when you go through stairs. It will be going up. If a grade on a quiz is less than 50%, for example, 5 question out of 10, that is considered a fail quiz. Mean if some specific student grade are less than 50%, then it will be considered as a fail quiz. So how we will write this? Probability of fail quiz when x is less than or equal to 4. Okay, or when it is equal to, when it is equal to 4, so a student will be considered as a fail if she get 40, or if she get less than 50 marks. Less than 50 marks. So mean probability of 0, probability of 1 plus probability of 2 plus probability of 3 plus probability of 4. So 5 will not be included because they mention when the marks, when the grade is less than 50%. So this sign, this is known as a cumulative probability distribution, and mathematically we denote with probability of x is less than or equal to x. For example, when we throw a coin, when we throw a die, so maybe the number appear on a die will be 1, maybe the number appear on a die will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and their respective chances. So let me solve this at this point. X, when we throw a die, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. probability of getting a 1, 1 by 6, 2, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, and 1 by 6. So how to construct a cumulative distribution function for this? We will write this. We can write it x less than equal to a. So 1 by 6, then 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6, 2 by 6, 2 by 6 plus 1 by 6, 3 by 6, 3 by 6, 1 by 4 by 6, 5 by 6, and 6 by 6. So the end term will be equal to 1. So you can construct a cumulative distribution function like this. What is the probability? So you not need to calculate all these probabilities. If you know the concept of cumulative distribution function, you can easily. What is the probability that you roll a 3 or less? So how you will mathematically write it? When you roll a 3 or less. So it's mean probability of, if you throw 0 which is less than 3, probability of 1, probability of 2 plus probability of 3. If you throw 3 are less than 3, so these are less than 3. Okay, in this case this will not, because we throw a coin, there will be no zero number. So 1, 2, 3. So instead of calculating all these probability, 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6 is equal to 3 by 6. So I mean the probability will be 3 by 6. So instead of doing this, you automatically, if you construct a cumulative distribution function, so this is the cumulative 3 by 6, 3 by 6. And I already mentioned that it will be f of x is not decreasing function. So f of x is not decreasing function. It's going up. It's going up. Just like you going on stairs. Okay? What is the probability that you roll a 5 or higher? So when you roll a 5 or higher, so you can write it probability x is greater than or equal to 5. So it will be 5 plus 6. So it will be 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6, which will be equal to 2 by 6, which is 1 by 3. Or you can also write is 1 minus probability of x is less than equal to 4. So probability of x is less than equal to 4 is 4 by 6. So 1 minus 4 by 6 will be equal to 1 by 3. So both the methods are correct. Probability mass function and cumulative distribution for 3 coins toss. So when you toss 3 coins, what will be the sample space? 2 into 2 into 2. So mean 8. 8 element will be in the sample space. This. So when you count it, it will be 8. Let x be the number of head when you toss 3 coins in 3 tries. Okay? So px is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, x is the random variable x number of head toss in 3 tries. Its probability distribution and cumulative distribution function will be how you will construct. This will be the, there is a chance that you will get all 3 tails. So what will be the probability? 1. There is a chance that you will get 2 tail and 1 head, 1 by 8. Similarly for this, so at this way you will construct 1 by 8, 1 by 8 plus 3 by 8, 4 by 8, 4 by 8 plus 3 by 8, 7 by 8, 7 by 8 plus 1 by 8 will be equal to, when you construct it in Excel or Minitab, the behavior of the data will be, when you analyze the data, it will be a non-decreasing function, cumulative distribution function, it will be an increasing function.